Hello, one and all, on this bright, well, not so bright, beautiful Tuesday. Oh, we, of course, are in our book, Who Needs a Superhero? We are in Chapter 8, Spider-Man Saved for Service. For several years, I attended a major comic book convention that was organized as a fundraiser for the March of Dimes because a fan saw the potential to use his hobby as a means to generate income from medical research. Tens of thousands of dollars were raised over several years. On a recent visit to my comic book store, I noticed that a drawing of Daredevil by local professional David Mack. The art was for sale to benefit the victims of a nearby house fire. Johnny Hart frequently includes Christian messages in his newspaper strip PC. The late Al Hartley, longtime artist for Archie Comics, used to create Christian comic books using Archie characters. Despite pressure from TV executives, Charles Schultz remained true to his Christian convictions while creating A Charlie Brown Christmas. The result is one of the television's most enduring and endearing expressions of the real meaning of Christmas. Inker Gary Martin was contracted to finish the artwork for Nexus GodCon. Martin was troubled by the book's theology, especially the treatment of Jesus in the story. With reservations, Martin fulfilled his work on the art and thoughtfully, the editor allowed Martin to offer his Christian testimony in the letter column. I'm just bringing up what you guys are seeing. A close friend of mine combines his faith with his love of comics to write Sunday school comic books for for a devotional publisher. Alex Ross provided painted art for the touching Superman Peace on Earth, a story we visited in Chapter 5. That book told the story of Superman's failed efforts to alleviate the world's hunger. Fittingly, Ross sold the original artwork from that book and donated the proceeds to charity. He's done likewise with several art from several subsequent books in the same series. I would presume to know I wouldn't presume to know the religious convictions of each person I've mentioned in this list, but in every case, these ordinary people have used their passion for comics to better the world. Admittedly, comic collecting is less formidable gift than flight or super strength. But that's the point. If God can use a mania for comic books, can God use any gift we offer when we lay even out the our least promising gift at God's feet? God has a knack for blessing their use. It's a principle that even a child can discover. At a recent outdoor concert, an orchestra conductor brought a kindergarten boy on stage for a bit of a showmanship. Handling the boy the baton, the conductor instructed the boy to swing the wand in a strong downbeat. The boy hesitated, but with the conductor's encouragement, he lashed the baton through the air. Immediately, a drum roll began. The orchestra rose and launched into the national anthem, and the audience immediately came to its feet. The wide-eyed 5-year-old was amazed at the results of one swing of the baton. Even small acts of faithfulness to carry out a humble task within our reach within our reach yield far-reaching results when God blesses our efforts. If we resolve to use the gifts God's given us, He'll take care of the results. Okay, and that is the end of that for today. Tomorrow we're in a part called Doing What Needs to Be Done, Regardless. So I'm going to send out a link. One link to a whole bunch of people. What we get is what we get, right, folks? That's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to put my love of comics and my love of God together. Okay, so this is my character, Blackout. You've probably seen him before. I'm going to do this in pieces. Uh, Black highlights. Red. Red shading. I think I meant red shading. It's just more for the eyes. So we're gonna lock that one and that one. Go on this. Wow.
You're really low today.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. It'll pick up probably later. It's only 12:13.
What I'm in?
No. Hello to whomever's watching. Hey, Melter, how are you today? I could hop in, but I'm dealing with my dad. A new phone. His broke today. Oh, okay, no problem. Oh, he's out of town for work, so I gotta bring it halfway as well. Oh, lovely. Just a lovely. Well, it's good to have you in the chat, anyways. So how long of a drive is that for you, Milter? You're still here. A real long drive, or hey, Bob, what's going on? Please talk. Well, not much is going on apparently. Hence why I wasn't talking. Yes, I am here. I am trying to shade my character Blackout. Um, please tell me more. Uh, okay, give me a sec. I will tell you more about the Blackout. I just need to get this information. Kirkland is his name. Well, last name, anyways. I don't think I put a first name. Okay, here's a whole bunch of stuff. I thought I had his height and all that, but apparently I do not. Okay. I am Bach. I'm just seeing whether I can find his height in amongst the papers that I have. Height, weight. Okay, he's 6'2". He weighs approximately 205 pounds. He's got black hair, brown eyes. Although you cannot see all that there. His name is Kirkland East. Is he a black hole? Black. B. B, as in the color. Anyways, Kirkland was born into a fairly normal family, and his childhood was basically normal as well. Um, the only real unique thing about Kirkland was his fascination for the military. When he reached his teens, he joined the cadets. When he turned 18 years old, he joined the reserves, then the ranks. Over time, he quickly became the best in his division and rank. Uh, Thus, this gave him a chance to join the Canadian Special Forces Division again. Quickly excelled and turned rose in rank. Just as quickly when he reached the rank of major, he was thought to be an expert in all forms of combat the Army teaches as and in strategy as well. I'm typing from the phone. It's hard to write well in this moment. Yes, I know that feeling. Anyways, where was I? One day, while on leave, he was out with his wife, whom he had married at 23, and when he had reached the rank of Master Corporal, and daughter, whom he had at 25. When doing some business at the bank, he was in line up for the teller. Suddenly, two guys ahead of him pulled out guns. They proceeded to demand all the money from the bank tellers. Kirkland's young daughter starts crying real loud and acting up due to the long wait in line. This then freaks out one of the crooks, and he proceeds to wave his gun in Kirkland's wife's face to uh, and threatens to shut the kid up if she doesn't do to her. Uh, yeah. More about powers. Kirkland is fully trained in all forms of military combat. Thus, his body is a lethal weapon due to his blindness, which I never got to, um, and how he got blind. His senses of taste, touch, hearing, and smell have become almost metahuman, thus makes him virtually unapproachable unless he lets somebody. Basically, he's my version of Daredevil. Without the radar sense. You don't know who Daredevil is from Marvel Comics? He did have a movie, not in the current stuff. He has the Netflix TV show. Okay, trying to think of. Uh, no, he is a not. He is a good guy. As I was gonna get to the two guys. Uh, do if she doesn't do this herself, shut the kid up. Kirkland then is enraged by this and jumps into action, taking down the two guys at the tellers in mere seconds, with wiping his hands in arrogance as if to say, that takes care of that. Suddenly, he's rendered unconscious from a blow to the back of the head by the butt of a gun from another crook in the bank. Although this gave the police time to arrive and catch and arrest the robbers, at this he is declared a hero. But on a side note, the blow to the back of his head causes him to go blind permanently. So this is he is honorably discharged from the army and then goes into therapy to help him learn how to live with his blindness. In his therapy classes, he excels to the point where he doesn't even need a cane or a seeing eye dog. Now, having learned how to get along with being blind, he felt unchallenged in his life. One night, while listening to the news, he hears of the costume heroes combating crimes. This leads him to the decision to do the same. With his military training and therapy training, his four senses have been heightened to near metahuman levels. Sharing this decision with his wife, she strongly disagrees, but gives but gives in, for he would do it with or without her support. They design a costume together and name. With all this done, she began. he begins his war on crime at night only. Shortly after this, he and his wife are invited to an event that Johnny Erickson Tatada is speaking by a friend, and through this, he and his wife accept Christ as Lord and Savior. However, with this, he still continues to fight crime, but does it for God's glory, and with less lethal force. I thought I heard. Hello, hey Matt, how are you?
Hello, Rick. Good. How you doing?
Good. Thought I heard somebody coming in, and then it was like, okay, doesn't look like anybody's coming in. And then
It took a second to kick in. That's what you're working on.
I am trying to shade my character Blackout.
Blackout.
He,
Cool.
he's he's basically my version of Daredevil.
Okay. Cool.
He's ex-military. He's not quite the same story as Daredevil, but he's a blind guy with heightened senses, fighting crime.
Cool. So you're trying to. Yeah, it's funny. Speaking of Daredevil, I bought a DVD of an old '80s Daredevil from when he was on that old show with the Hulk, Incredible Hulk with Lou Ferrigno.
Oh, oh, that was a movie. That was just a movie.
Yeah, yeah. I bought that. I just bought the DVD.
Ah,
I found a
cool.
used DVD and I was like, oh, sweet. So I haven't watched it yet, but I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's especially for its time.
And he's wearing the outfit that they wore in the Netflix series, the all black with you
Yeah,
know, they never, of course, went beyond that costume, but to the
no,
red one. But no, it's funny. What is it? They have the Thors in there too. Thor.
yeah. There's two different movies. One with Thor. One with Daredevil.
Yeah,
I
yeah, it's
think I
great.
have. I think I actually have both of those myself too.
Yeah, it's
So.
awesome. I love getting, and then I bought Captain America, another old one
Oh yeah,
from that era. Yeah, I found
yeah,
them. I was like, man, I'm picking all these up. Oh, speaking of, you saw the trailer for the Avengers Endgame, the teaser.
yeah, yeah. I liked
What'd you
it.
think?
I liked it.
Oh,
Yourself?
yeah. No, I liked it too. I'm uh, I'm a fan of Ant Man. Of course, Iron Man, but Ant Man is one of my favorites too. So it's cool to see him in the sneak up in there. And then, of course, I don't know if that people. It's not really spoilers, it's just a trailer preview. I mean, a teaser. But is it Hawkeye?
What?
Finally, is it Hawkeye? Right? Finally made it
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Showed
And
up
it
late
looks
to the
like
party.
yeah, looks like he's in the Ronin outfit that he had.
Yeah, yeah, it looks cool. It's my thinking. He looks pretty ticked off too. So I'm thinking that his family must have disappeared when Thanos snapped his fingers.
Yeah,
So I mean, think about it, he had the most to lose if he showed up to fight Thanos. Now he already lost everything, so he's got
yeah,
nothing
and
to lose next.
yeah. Well, he's probably kicking himself in the butt for not showing up.
Yeah,
Okay, one sec.
yeah, man.
Bob's in the chat and says there is this guy called Fuchioka He is a Marine Admiral, One Piece. He is he became blind on purpose. He didn't like the world that he lived in. He is super strong. His sword has a weird gravity based power. I thought your guy became blind for the same reason. He didn't become blind. Well, he became blind, but not on purpose. He was just defending his family and by taking down some bank robbers. Military trained in the middle of a bank robbery. They threatened his wife and kid, and he doesn't take kindly to that. And then he takes down a couple of them and doesn't realize there's a third one who cracks him over the back of the head.
And that's how he loses his sight.
Thus, yeah. And
That stinks.
he, yeah. But because of his military training and everything, he just excels and excels. And he ends up training his senses to like metahuman levels, his other senses.
You know, and I saw a news report where this blind kid, he actually can he uses like his sound as like
Yeah,
his eyes. So he clicks with his mouth. You know, he makes that click sound,
yeah,
and then he can tell
he's
where
developed.
things are.
Yeah, he's developed a radar sense, if you will.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I was like,
Yeah.
wow, real life Daredevil there. You can see with sound.
Who is drawing the manga page? That would be Matt Cosin of who is doing Agenda with James
Yes,
Hutnell. Not that Bob would know who James Hutnell is. We interviewed them a few weeks ago on my channel.
I
Uh,
remember Bob.
and he's been in here a few times since, Matt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
James
next
has been
week
gracious enough to invite me.
he says, "Hi, Matt. I'm already subbed to him. Oh,
Yeah,
this
I
is.
remember Bob.
But I'm at school when he streams.
Oh yeah, is Bob in Canada too, or?
No, no, Bob's in Italy.
Oh, that's right. I remember he came on one of my live streams before, like towards the end. I do it kind of late. At least the last few streams I did it like I ended at 2 in the morning or something here in California.
Uh,
I refilled these. I don't know if you ever used these brush pens, Rick, before. These like Japanese. I think they're Pentel. But I tried to refill it,
uh,
and I actually did refill the pen, and it's cool. I mean, instead of buying the cartridge, I went on YouTube and this guy showed you how to do it. But the only thing, it doesn't seem to last as long as I'd like.
uh, 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 Bob saying, I really like how you draw, Matt. You are better than John. Don't tell him.
Oh, John, which
John Dillard.
John? Oh,
John,
okay. Oh yeah, John. It's funny. John Dillard. He came on. He was in the chat. I was in Drawn and Quartered. like the last draw and a quarter, and he came on,
Yeah.
and I could hear him saying, "Come on, Matt, trash talk him. Come on." It's rough, man. I tried to. I was thinking, what can I say? And I'm thinking, no, that'd be too hurtful. I don't want to step on toes, man. But no, yeah, I got one jab in there,
Yeah. Well,
one
see,
little
that's
jab.
that's what the whole thing is supposed to be about too. Trash talking. So nobody's gonna
Yeah,
be offended if you say something somewhat mean spirited, because that's
but
what
it's got to
it's.
be funny though, right? It's got to be funny.
Oh, it doesn't necessarily have to be funny.
Uh, well, I try to make it funny so that way people know, oh, he's just being funny instead of like, I'm gonna cut too deep. Especially when you're concentrating on drawing, you're not thinking about rips. But yeah, you got to once in a while throw something in there.
Yeah, you get too concentrated on drawing, you're not seeing what anybody's doing, so it's like even just trying to say anything is hard
Oh yeah,
because you don't know what to say because you're not looking at their drawing, you're looking at yours.
yeah, exactly. You're concentrating on trying to get done in the 2 hours. I just I did too much. I took too much on in my contribution to the. I was trying to do Batman fighting the mutant from Dark Knight Returns, and I was drawing background and everything, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. I was on
But
the
I'm gonna
fan
try to
ed-
finish it up.
I
What
was
was
on
it?
the I was on the fan edition.
Yeah,
John's in the
yeah. There.
chat.
Oh yeah.
John to the chat and says, "Shut up, Bob." So I ended up doing the one iconic cover with them on the um, not sure what you would call it. Uh, the high wire type thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was. We did. I guess we were supposed to draw Batman in the Frank Miller style.
yeah,
That was the. So I was concentrating on doing that.
yeah. I figured the best way to do it for me was do something that Frank Miller had done. So and
Yeah,
just try and copy it
yeah.
the
That's what I was
best
trying to do
I
with the
could.
Batman fighting that mutant. That was like to me that stood out real iconic. Batman.
Bob said, "John, sorry, don't take my wrenches, please."
Yeah.
No, it's not too bad. Probably could have done better, but let's see it. What do you think, Matt?
Oh yeah. Cool. Are you using is that Photoshop?
This is Illustrator.
Oh, okay, Illustrator.
I
Well,
like
yeah, it's
Illustrator.
funny.
It's like, go ahead.
Oh yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I like it because of the vector system.
Yeah, I haven't ever used it that often. I mean, I had it, but I never really used it. I used mostly Photoshop, and then I didn't get to learn how to use it. But no, yeah, the vector. Yeah,
I just like when I learned about the vector. I liked it because it doesn't pixelate everything. No matter how far you go in or out.
yeah. I used it once because I had to do a design that required vector lines.
John says, I'm giving all your wrenches to Santa Raven. Bob says, I am Santa Raven. John, good. Then you won't miss them. Bob likes his wrenches. I think I've done that one now.
So what kind of power does the wrench give you?
Well, it allows you to time people out
Oh, that's right.
and also allows you to put links in the chat for people.
Oh, okay.
Bob says, John, I got to tell you something. These days, I made a new account with a different name. I watched your lives secretly. I wonder, do you know what my name was? Unless you spoke, of course he doesn't.
Was that a question for Bob?
No, no, Bob asked John, and John says
Oh,
yes.
okay.
I know who you were. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, now, John, if you know who he was, you got to prove it by saying what his name was. Because just saying yes doesn't mean you do. You could be trying to bluff Bob. No, I don't. I'll prove it by taking away the wrench from the other account, too. Okay. So, what are you working on? You're probably working on agenda, right? Matt?
So, that's right.
Oh, hey, JP. Who's you drawing with? I am drawing with Matt Cosin from Agenda.
Hey, JP.
Uh, I made my first program today. Cool. All his accounts are linked if you follow the three dots on the side of the name. Oh, okay. Hi JP4. Hi Bob. John says he's drawing with some jerk. Oh. JP says hi Matt, and then says, "Hey Matt, do you like milk bags?"
What is that?
Milk bags. And what that's referring to, as you may or may not know, probably don't know. Here in Canada, we don't have the our 4 liters, which is like your gallon. It comes in bags, not jug.
Oh,
So,
really?
and
Wow.
I did a whole video
That's
on
cool.
it. Did a whole video on it yesterday because my sons were sort of wanting it. So now he's wondering whether you like milk bags.
Man, the water bottles here in the U.S. They're getting so thin that it's almost like a bag because it's like they just when you're holding the bottle of water and you're drinking out of it, just like you can squeeze it like so easy. It's so soft. So if it's a bag, is it like it can't sit up, or can it sit up if you put it down, or how is that?
Uh,
Or you have a video of it, you said, right?
yeah, it's a
I'll have to
seven
check your
minute.
video out.
Yeah, I just did it yesterday. So
I'll check it out so I can get up to speed. I saw some of your the stair videos you did, man. That made me tired watching them. I'm like, man, the stairs are crazy.
yeah, yeah. I've got what? There's like 5 sets plus there's a 6 set which I haven't done yet, which is not done by the city. All those other ones are done by the city. And I was planning on doing them. I did one of them at night so far, the Wentworth, the biggest one, because they're right
Okay.
close. Just because they're right close to me, it was easy to go do those one night. And I did
Yeah,
those
those
like
are hardcore.
though I did those back in like July. Those are all done like back in July, August.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are crazy. I was just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I felt tired watching you on those, man. I was like, that's some serious stairs.
So every Saturday till I get caught up, I'm putting them up. So I've got 6 videos in total for them. So I've got 6 of them up now, or three of the 6 up. So
So you said you already pre-recorded them?
well, yeah. Well, I have another channel, as you may or may not know,
Oh,
called the Pied Piper of Hamilton, and
oh,
I
okay.
and I did those when I was concentrating on that channel more back in July and all that. And also, since I'm concentrating on this channel more, just to add some extra content of stuff, I figured I'd put it up, just like my snack videos. Those
Yeah, okay.
my snack videos have been done way beforehand, most of them. So, and that's why you hear me saying Pied Piper of Hamilton.
Yeah, I kept hearing that. Yeah, I remember that term. I was wondering why. I didn't know that's another channel I have to check out too.
Yeah, most of I think 90, probably a good 50% of my content from there I've got on here or more.
Yeah, I have another YouTube channel for Kingmakers comics that my brother and I, but I haven't put anything up. I have to start putting stuff up on there.
Yeah, I've got that. I'm subscribed to that channel as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I gotta put something up and force myself to try to put up stuff on a regular basis, especially on Twitter.
Okay, see you,
Actually,
Bob. Bob's saying he's
see
got
ya.
to go.
Later, Bob. Oh, that's. Hang on a second. I'm gonna try something. Here, see. I'll be right back in a second. I gotta do something real quick.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, the light's gonna come from there. So. Uh, I don't understand your concern. Oh, my wife left the heater on. I'm getting a headache. Well, turn it off then. It's too big. I don't want to get it. That picture is too big for the page. What do you mean it's too big for what page? Oh, you mean the artboard? Well, I brung it in. I didn't change the size of the artboard. Uh, but I have to anyways. I have eggs boiling. Matt is back.
What did I miss? I heard eggs boiling.
Yeah, just John saying. John says that his wife left the heater on and it's giving him a headache. So I told him to go turn it off. He said, I don't want to get out of bed, but I'm going to have to because I got eggs boiling as well. So
Maybe it's the eggs are heating up the house.
and I'm making an egg salad. He's making egg salad sandwiches.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Sounds intriguing.
Huh.
But I eat them plain like a child. That's all right, I guess.
Let's see. Huh.
I need to grow up and start putting vegetables in my food. Oh shoot, I'm doing all my shading on the same level. Oh well.
That's all I mostly eat now. I eat vegetables like crazy, but I like them. Of course, I eat meat too, like chicken. I eat bacon in the morning.
Bacon is good.
Bacon and eggs. Oh yeah, bacon is where it's at. Bacon and eggs. Believe it or not, I'll have like bacon, eggs, and a salad,
Cool.
but just not just like like I actually have like the greens, not like the iceberg lettuce, where it's like a regular McDonald's salad or something. I have like the actual like spinach, kale. It's tastier, I think. But I do like the iceberg stuff too. That is good. Hmm. Yeah, we only have 12 days left on agenda.
Oh wow.
12, less than 2 weeks. We're about 80% funded over on
I
Indiegogo.
gotta come up with money to get that.
2 weeks left. Get in on the action.
And this is your second 30-day, right? Equal.
Um, yeah, yeah. We got 80%, and I know usually when you do these campaigns, they usually like the highest giving points are at the beginning and then
And the
at the end. Yeah,
what's your
people.
last day exactly?
Oh, let's see. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. 12 days from now. Today's the 11th or 10th.
Let's see.
Today's the 11th, right? I think it's the 22nd. I think it's that. I think it's the 22nd of December, last day.
Check out IndieCron.
Yeah, Indicron.
I thought I had IndieCron on here.
Agenda
Let's
on
see.
Indicron.
last day is the 22nd.
Cool. Okay.
Um,
22nd.
I have I'm not sure whether you've heard of Tribulation Force. It's a Christian superhero one that's supposed to be set during the tribulation
Oh, that's
comic.
cool.
I'm going to be having that on them on that day. That's a Saturday. But if you and James want to come on and sort of promote yours a little, maybe we can do
Yeah.
yours afterwards or whatever. Or maybe I can get you guys on before.
Or even yeah. Or even like the day before, if you're able to do that.
Yeah, I should be able to do that. That'll be a Friday. Uh,
Oh, wait, do you do it
yeah,
Fridays?
yeah. I don't usually do Fridays, but I can do
Oh, we'll
Fridays.
see.
You know,
Yeah.
unless you guys have somebody bigger that will have you on. You
Um,
know.
I'm not sure. I know we're gonna be on John Malin's channel. I don't know if it's the last day, but probably around that. Um, but yeah, we shall see.
Heck, if you guys could figure out a way to get on Ethan for
Yeah,
the
I
last
probably
day.
probably have James email Ethan and ask.
Yeah, because they're
I know
friends.
Ethan's
So.
been yeah. We'll see, because I know Ethan hasn't been doing. Has he been doing promotions of other books lately, or because I
A
know he does mostly
little
Star
bit.
Wars stuff,
Yeah. Well,
Cyber
see.
Frog.
Yeah. Well, he has two channels now, eh?
Yeah, all caps is that new one.
Yeah, but that's more just about like his cyberfrog stuff and all that. So.
Yeah, I've been checking out some of his time lapse Cyber Frog stuff.
So. John saying, I don't like to, meaning me when I say I. Rick doesn't like to change his schedule. Hey, I used to be doing indie comic. I used to draw indie comic stuff on Saturday night, and I decided after your show, the show that I had you guys on, because you guys were my first ones, I think, that I had on to promote, and
Oh,
it went
okay,
so well. Went so well, I decided to make it a regular thing.
cool.
I just had a hero, HER. Actually, I've had both heroes on hero books, the HI and the HE. I was gonna
Oh,
do a. I was gonna do what's his name from Conflict, but can't get a good lockdown on a time. So Melter says, John, you should work. John should work days, not nights. Hey, John, are we drawing Disney princesses on Wednesday with the pros, or did you just forfeit the spot? Oh, that reminds me. Did I seen this Deadpool musical thing too? It's hilarious.
is that the one with Celine Dion
No,
or no?
uh, it's about a whole bunch of different. You should just look up Deadpool on YouTube here. Look up Deadpool musical. That's the guy's name for the channel. And then he had one like a year ago, and he just did a second one. It's got the X-Men and a whole bunch of different things. I'll warn you, there is language in it, but I found it funny.
It's on
I actually
YouTube.
tweeted it. Yeah, I tweeted it out yesterday. JP4 says John doesn't know how to draw. I
Who
think
does
those
that?
are fighting words. I think those are
Yeah,
fighting words.
Save it for the drawn and quartered round. It doesn't. Does it? Do they trash talk on the fan edition?
Well, very little. We're not. Again, most of us are concentrating because we have an actual thing that we can win there. We can win our
Ah,
spot on the pro edition, so we're a little bit more. We concentrate a lot more on our drawings, less trash talk.
that makes sense. I don't blame you.
What are you talking about? I spent all morning drawing the photorealistic portrait of you, JP.
Uh,
That was photorealistic, John? I think you need to learn what that term means.
they're going back and forth already. It's not even drawn and quartered yet.
JP's. You did? I'm sorry, I must have missed it. John says, I talk trash every time I'm on. It is garbage. Sometimes it's hard to talk trash when nobody get. I'd probably talk better trash if I had stuff to work with. But
Yeah, I think when you know somebody, it gets even easier because you can know how to play around with them. Like those guys, a lot of those guys know each other for a while, so they know how to rib each other.
Gentlemen,
hey, Melter, how are you? Oh no, it's Willie. Sorry, Willie.
Hey, William.
hey, you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Dark
Yeah.
Throne, how are you today?
What are we up to? What are we drawing here?
At this point, I'm now shading my character Blood Oath.
Blood Oath, and
Uh,
I'm drawing a panel on agenda comic page, or inking and drawing at the same time.
which page? Can we get a page number?
I don't know if I should say because then I don't want to give any spoilers away.
So
It
when
would
you
be spoilers with a page number
No,
because we don't know what has happened before or after, right?
that's true. You know what? I just realized I didn't write the page numbers on the top. I don't remember exactly which one it is. I got to. It's funny is like I sometimes I have to go back and like go through all my pages and figure out which one is because I forget sometimes to number them. I'm just so like I go on to the next, go on to the next, and I'm like, oh man.
so when you're streaming, do you normally stream while you're drawing the pages you're working on?
Yeah, yeah. I'm usually drawing them, inking them, kind of go back and forth. But yeah,
Wouldn't that be spoiler enough?
yeah. But I usually only do like I'll do days sometimes where I'll switch between pages, so it's kind of sporadic. Like I'll do one page and then go back to a different page that was before it, and then kind of I don't know. I don't know. Some people can probably piece together.
I was watching Doug Tnaple doing his Bigfoot Bill layouts and pages, and there's no secret when it comes to him. He just flat out goes straight out.
You does he like he doesn't talk about the page though, right? Just draws it.
Yeah, I
Or,
don't think he really tells you. Well, I actually think the page title might even be in the title of the video. But
okay.
he lets everybody in on the secret. I find.
Okay, yeah. I was kind of nervous to even do the reveal the page while I'm drawing it because I wasn't sure if it was giving away too much just doing that. So I was kind of like,
Yeah, I
I
know
didn't know if I should talk
it's
about it.
iffy on what you should
Well,
show and what you shouldn't show. But
Yeah, yeah. I was kind
well,
of.
I know Mike doesn't. Mike tells you usually the page that he's working on.
Oh, really?
So
Mike Miller?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
he might even say a little bit of what's going on, but there's also pages that he won't do on camera because he knows it's spoilers.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Although there's no words, he believes it's spoilers, and it can be, I guess.
It depends on how people are. I guess if some people can piece stuff together like crazy, it's
Yeah, but to piece all
just a
that
bunch of
stuff together, you'd have to probably go over every stream, tooth by tooth.
yeah.
John says, Mike is a failure. Don't copy him.
That's funny. They were trash talking Mike even when he wasn't in the drawn accord. Of course, John Mayland took every chance he could get. It's just all the love for Mike.
where are you
People gotta
located,
express
Matt?
it.
What time of day is it where you are?
Oh, it's see what time is it now? Let's see.
It's like probably 10:30 your
It's
time.
10. Yeah, close to 10:30. 10:24.
He's out on the West
So,
Coast.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
California.
East Coast. Yeah, I'm East Coast. It's just after lunch here.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you
cool.
got to specify. You're on the Canadian East Coast.
Oh, Canadian, yeah. Are you close to the border too?
I am. I'm about an hour away from the state of Maine.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, you really are on the East Coast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, we're right on the
I've been.
water.
I've only been to like is it Niagara Falls? That's the furthest east in Canada I've been to.
Yeah.
That was fun. I went there on a school trip to Niagara Falls, and we went on the Canadian side. And man, they had some cool, like they had like fun houses and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
It's summertime or wintertime?
I think it was summertime.
Okay. No, well, you definitely know if it was wintertime.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, because I'm from Michigan, Detroit, so like we were right close to Canada on the border. I mean, we had the Ambassador Bridge you could cross right into Canada. Man, they were
Yeah.
so strict. Like the Canadian border, man, it'd make you nervous because they ask you questions, before you go over the bridge, and they'd stare at you.
Well, I think it's the Canadian guards when you're coming into Canada, and I think it's the American guards when you're going back into the States, is it not?
Oh, pardon me, was that? The,
When you're at the border, you got two sets of
yeah.
guards, I think. When you're coming into
Well,
Canada, you got to stop and talk to the Canadian guard. And then when you're on your way
yeah,
back
yeah.
to the States, you got to stop and talk to the American guard.
Yeah, it was always like it seemed easier on the American side than the Canadian side. The Canadian side was always like they look
Yeah.
at you like they're trying to, you know.
Well, it probably seems easier because you're Americans. You just show your American ID, and who cares,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Yeah. See, it'd be easier for
Right?
us.
Us Canadians, we have a harder time on the American side than the.
Yeah, it'd be the opposite for us.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we actually got pulled to the side once on the Canadian side. They had us pull our car over and like check it out.
A lot of the times, those are just random. Most of
Yeah,
the
my
time,
brother was kind of freaking out.
yeah. Well, most of the time, you shouldn't just take offense to it. That's all. It's just
Yeah,
completely
that's what I
random.
said. I was like, "Hey, relax, man." And my brother's like, "Oh man, I don't want to get searched. I don't want to get anal searched." I was cracking up. I'm like, "Dude, don't get nervous here. Then you're gonna suspect something."
Yeah, the more you look like there's something wrong, the more they have to
Get guilty.
suspect them.
Yeah, it's making me laugh though.
You should get your brother on sometime.
Yeah, I know. I told him he's gonna download Google Hangouts and get an account going because I'm like, dude, you
Is,
got to start coming on.
is he an
He could
artist as
even.
well?
Was it?
What was that, Willie?
I was just wondering if his brother was an artist as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an artist. He does his own comics, but he's coloring Agenda, the comic I'm working on with James.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So he's our official
Yeah,
colorist.
he actually did he did my first, I think my first fan art of the Canadian Shield when I when I was down at the Alpha Omega Con where I met Matt and his brother.
What
And
con?
Yeah.
John,
What con was this?
Alpha Omega Con, it was in LA.
Oh, very
Uh,
cool.
it's a Christian Comic Con.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Rick
Uh,
took it all. He came all the way from Canada, and we're like, whoa, man! It was only a 1 day con too, so it was pretty impressive.
yeah, and actually just a few hours, what, 6 hours, maybe eight if you're lucky.
So was that the first
Yeah.
time you guys met each other, or were you guys like through social media before that?
No, first time
No, it
we
was first
even,
time.
yeah,
Ah,
Yeah.
funny how friendships are formed, eh?
yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, man, that's impressive, man. He came all the way. Because when
Uh,
he said
uh,
that, we're all like, whoa.
John says, "Why haven't you been on my show, Matt? The morning show? Are you biased?"
I just, man, I gotta. That's early, man. I gotta train myself to get up that early. Like I used to get up that early all the time, and then I've been working on this stuff, and yeah, kind of got in a rut where I'm like going to bed like at 2 in the morning
Yeah, and it's
instead of.
hard when you like. I'm not sure what your work schedule is, but if you've got a regular day job type thing, it's hard.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I think this what John he said he gets up, so he does it. That's pretty diligent to get up before
Oh,
work that early.
John Dillard, he's not getting up. He's just getting home.
Oh really? Wow.
He has a
So
night
that's really
job.
diligent.
He doesn't sleep. He's up all day, up all night. There's no sleeping for him.
Oh, no wonder he's cantankerous.
That's a good word for him.
I can hear him when I was in Drawn and Quartered last time. I could hear him saying, "Come on, Matt, trash talk. Get him." He was because he was giving us tips. Remember that one time we're on your show, Rick? He was giving us tips about how to effectively trash talk. And I was trying. I remembered the tip too. I was thinking like in between when it's silent, and then when I was silent, I was trying to think of what could I say, and I'm like, man, I can't think of anything. I got to say something because it's the thing is it's tricky. If you say something, you could leave yourself open for a rebuttal. You get a
Oh yeah, it'll
backlash. So
get
you're
turned on.
thinking, but yeah, and then you got to think of something else, and then I'm like, and then if you're too slow, you're like, dang it. So I got to do something that's airtight, or at least something I can follow up with. It's an art. It's an art form in itself.
John says, "Laugh it up, boys. Laugh it up."
See, what time is it? Better keep track of my time here.
What do you guys think of Blood Oath?
I think it's turning out quite well.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, nice.
You
I
have
like those. That's reflective light. I like that light highlights on there.
yeah. Do you have color palette that you're working with? As like, do you have some reference that you're going from, or is this completely out of your head right now?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I had already drawn the character a while back. I actually used a pose, traced over it, and I used gradients to do everything before. So now I'm going over them, having from some things John said about for shading and all that, going over stuff and a bunch of my drawings that I'll go over all of them, taking out the gradients and going over them with the shading like this, the
Do
highlight,
you
the
typically work
darks.
with Illustrator?
Yeah, well, it's one that I like the vector system. I was working with Photoshop for a while, but I found out about the vector system and the fact that it doesn't pixelate your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how, like, I can go right in like that, and the lines are still smooth and all that. And I come out and they're still smooth. And I can change the size of it. I can resize it, and everything stays unpixelated or whatever. So I really like that when I found out about that. So I've been working with it a lot, learning the program, and of course, using my whatchamacallit, my tablet. John says, "What Matt must be good looking. When you grow up fat and ugly like me, you learn quick comebacks."
uh, I used to do. I used to think of some in high school. I mean, not high school, but yeah, high school. I would actually come up with something, and it wasn't nice, but it was like when someone says something to me, I'd say something back to them, and I would get in trouble with the person, like, be like, "You're dead, man!" Like I was the I was like, "Oh crap! I just got myself into something."
Yeah. I'll see you after school.
Yeah, like I remember I was in junior high. I was kind of a small kid, and this kid, like I was taking books back to the library. I like worked in the school library, right? And and I was taking the cart where picking up books from each class, and some kid said something to me, like to make fun of me in front of the whole class. And I just said something back to him that like the whole class was like laughing, and then he just looked at me like, and I was like, "Oh, I'm dead now." And I had to avoid, if it was like a junior high was like a prison movie. It was like I had to avoid like getting shanked in the hall or something. That's what it felt like. I was like trying to avoid getting attacked, so I was like I had to have eyeballs in the back of my head and learn how to strategize my route. And,
It's just best to
yeah,
keep
and then
quiet.
finally when I got into like high school, I started getting exercising and getting better shape. And but yeah,
Now I
it
can
was.
handle myself enough to do a quick comeback.
Yeah, my brother was good at it. He would be like boom, boom, boom. He's still good at it, but yeah, it
Oh,
definitely takes
well, we'll
practice, I
have
think.
to get him on here so him and John can banter back and forth.
Yeah, he could probably even come on with your cousin brother's account.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll get him. I'll get him on. 'Cause I told him definitely should come on, and he actually took into like, yeah. He said I'll download the app, so we'll get him on sometime soon before
Yeah.
our agenda's finished. Agenda Kickstarter.
Okay, so
I
is
mean
the agenda
Indigo.
almost finished? How long have you got left on
Oh, it's going to be done. Agenda is in 12 days left. So at the 22nd of December, it's the last day,
Okay. So
and we're
how long
about
is it gonna?
80% funded.
Yeah. Well, how long is it gonna take you to actually finish your pages?
We're going to be done with the book. I believe it's in February. So it's got to be done before February, which I can do it. It's going to take some long nights.
So you must have some pages completely finished with coloring and words on it by now.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. We have some. Yeah, we have them lettered, colored lettered. So
Have you been
just
posting
waiting on me.
sneak peeks of the coloring process?
No, that's something he should do too. I'm thinking maybe Mike on his channel,
Yeah.
maybe I can throw some up on mine while he's coloring, because he's coloring other projects as well. Like he was doing another book series that I worked on, and he finished that last page up, and then yeah, we do, once in a while do coloring gigs in between different, or while we're doing other projects sometimes. But I was working on a coloring job for one guy. He's not a Marvel artist, and he was doing some commercial job for some other company, and he wanted me to color a page, like for a sample, because
So
he was trying out for a job.
what programs are you guys using for coloring?
Um, I use I've been using Manga Studio or
For
Clip Art.
coloring
I think it's Clip Studio.
with Studio Paint?
Yeah, Clip Studio. The Japanese. I've been using that. I like that one a lot. I used to use Photoshop, but it got so expensive because now you have to rent per month.
Yeah, and I think Clip Studio Paint, that's just a one-time fee.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
bonus.
Right now it's just one time, and it's similar to Photoshop. I mean, you got the layers,
Yeah,
filters,
and
layers.
every once in a while they go on sale too. I think a buddy of
Yeah,
mine said his, like, I think he said it was ridiculous. It was 90% off or something.
yeah. They got deals going. Like, and that's when my brother got it when he was getting a good sale, and like you can draw comic pages on there. Do the ink. They got all the pens, different pen settings. They can do panel borders and yeah, and of course colors. You do zipatone patterns, the gray tone zipatone
Yeah, actually,
dot
yeah, I've
patterns.
seen. Yeah,
So yeah, I like it.
yeah, this got speed lines and everything.
Yeah, and you even have there's even a program inside of it where you can do 3D models like people, and you
Hmm.
can actually draw over the people. If you have like a hard angle, you can position them at a weird angle.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah,
I
which
use
it
some
can be handy.
I use figurines actually. I can take pictures of them with my cell phone. I've got
Yeah.
I got the little Japanese figurines, the body kun and the body chan figurines.
Oh yeah, I know
Well,
those.
you can switch out their hands and all that jazz for however you want them. They come with little
Yeah.
accessories. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah, those are.
if
I
the
mean, those are
program,
handy, definitely.
yeah, but if the program has all that stuff too, right? That'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, you can do like even like motorcycles, vehicles. You can import those, I believe, like little models. So and it's handy because, I mean, you don't want to rely on that all the time, except maybe when you're doing something that's angle that you might have trouble on. I mean, as an artist, you're always. I take pictures as well. Like I'll take a picture of my hand doing a pose or something. And if it's coming at you or something that's different, holding a cell phone or something I'm not used to drawing, I'll have to use the photo reference
Yeah,
where they could just get the positioning of the hand right,
yeah.
so it looks natural.
We use mirrors and stuff as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I
Still,
teach.
like you said, cell phones too come in handy.
Yeah. Well, I teach 2D drawing at a 3D animation school, and mirrors and stuff like that. We use them on a daily basis.
Oh yeah, especially
Because
yeah, animation.
there's no better tool to use than a mirror when you're trying to do expressions, facial expressions, like raising and lowering the eyebrows and you know scrunching
Yeah,
up the nose, stuff like that, right?
then you can see where your how your character should respond. or look. Yeah, positioning, a valuable tool. Even in comics, I'll use my mirror. I'll use like a mirror or my cell phone reflection to look at different objects in the comic page because it reverses the image and then your mind sees it from a different perspective, so you can tell if there's some where the problem is. If you feel like you look at a drawing that's kind of like it's off somewhere, but I can't tell what I need to fix, and then you just
Yeah,
look at it and reverse.
yeah.
Yeah, that helps. I like doing that. I'll do that from time to time.
That's a great
So let's
looking
see. It
page,
looks.
man.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. With it, I just got to put in some of the tech background on here. It's gonna crop off probably around here anyway, like on the sides, but put some of that in there. I want to balance it out too because here I'll lift it up. I got this black in the middle, so what I'll do is put some black space up in here, and then black space in the bottom corner, kind of so it kind of levels it out, kind of has a balance to it.
All right, let's see.
So
We got space. John says, "Oh, I'm telling Pixel Trader you don't like pixels." That's a little bit old comment. Space Galleria is in the chat. Hey, Space, long time. And John's asking me what my apartment number is. 602.
don't tell them your information.
Yeah, well, they need to know the apartment building number and all that, the street and all that. John has all that. He's just wondering what the apartment number is, and that is 602. And then he says hi to Space.
There's 602 apartments in your building.
No.
I was gonna say that's a crazy building.
No.
Yeah.
Each like floor, each floor goes, it's they always do it in the hundreds for whatever reason in a lot of buildings here. So it's like 601, 602, 603, 604.
So what do you
Yeah.
in a skyrise building or what?
This apartment building only has 7 floors, so.
Oh, 7 floors. Wow. Oh,
So
that's a lot of floors.
for some reason they don't. Wow, that's not high. This is a short building. The 20
That's
floors,
big.
the 20
Wow.
floors are big.
Wow.
Yeah, Space Galleria. I follow him on YouTube here. His paintings are just out of this world cool.
Yeah. Um, I've been following him for quite some time myself. Uh,
I'll have to check those out.
he's actually got a painting that I need to get off him. He did my logo symbol, painted it one night.
Oh, did he?
Like back in July.
Yeah, cool. He's got a shop that he works out of. He's got a storefront, and when there's nobody in the store shopping, he'll hit the paint. He's got an easel and stuff that he built. It's actually quite cool easel too. It's got fans on the inside because he says he's allergic to paint,
Whoa.
and it sucks the fumes out while he's working. And he's got his
wow.
computer monitor built into the face of this huge easel. So it's actually like
Oh, that's cool.
behind the easel, and you see the computer screen up on the side. Oh, yeah, it's really cool.
I have to check
I
that. What's
never
it
seen
called?
this whole. I never seen his whole setup, but it's cool just watching him paint.
Yeah,
What's
and
his
he's
channel
got this
called?
space gallery. He's got a robot
Okay.
voice that runs his
He's right there in the chat. So I'm not sure whether you can go over him and you see the 3 dots, click it.
Yeah, it'll
and
send you right to his channel.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, he does
Hey,
some pretty cool psychedelic paintings. It's not really comic book art, but it's like legit gallery style painting. It's really neat, some of the stuff that he does. But
Oh
he's
yeah, no,
got,
I like.
like I was saying, he's got this computered robot voice that will talk to him as you're typing. So it'll read him out
Oh
whatever you say because he's too busy focused on the painting. Yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty
I've
neat.
seen that. I've seen that before. Like one Japanese manga artist I follow, he does that when he's doing live streaming. It speaks it out. It's cool. I wonder what app that is. I have to find something like that
I
because
think
that's
he said it
definitely
was called
helpful.
voice chat or something like that.
I know
Voice
he's
chat.
told.
Voice.
I've asked him before, and he's told me, but I forget offhand.
I think there's a few of them. If you just type in, like, go to Google and you type in voice chat, I'm pretty sure it'll give you a sample of 5 or 6.
Voice chat
Oh,
reader or
okay.
something like that.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna check that out because yeah, I think that's a good tool, especially when you're focused on drawing. You don't want to ignore everybody
Yeah.
during the
But it was
live
kind of
stream.
funny there one time, like, I was talking to him and the robot voice was actually a sexy lady. So I think it's different. I think it's different for everybody. So I'd be a sexy
Yeah,
lady, and you'd be something else, right? So,
Uh,
that's funny.
well, it's yeah. I thought it was his wife or something reading the chats.
yeah, I did too. It threw me off when it was a lady's voice.
That's good.
I figured he had, his girlfriend or wife something reading the chats for him while he was painting.
I'll have to look
That's
into
how
that one.
realistic that's how realistic the voice sounds.
Cool. Well, hey guys, I'm gonna have to get going, but it was good chatting with you.
Yeah, great
And
chat.
Well, I guess maybe I've been on here for an hour and 50 minutes, so I usually stop at about an hour and a half. So well,
All
I
right.
figured Willie was here and you were here. I figured I'd go a bit longer. So uh,
cool.
chill for yourself there, Matt.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you guys wanted to help us out, James Huddle and I, my brother Mikey's doing the colors on the comic book agenda. It's over on Indiegogo. So just Indiegogo agenda. It's called Superheroes with a Purpose. The title of the campaign. Um, but yeah, agenda, and we're 80% funded right now. We got 12 days. So the 22nd is the last day of December to check it out, get your copy. We have T-shirts and stuff in the perks and original art available. Um, so yeah, give us a hand, and it's going to be a series of books. We're excited about it, and this is some of the art I'm doing for the book. And Mike, the colors are looking great so far, and we're excited about it. So yeah, and thanks for checking it out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel because I will have live streams regularly and some tutorials when I can get around to it. So, yeah, thanks, Rick.
No problem. Willie?
Yeah, I'm Willie Reed, and you can find me combing everybody else's YouTube channel. But if you want to search for me, it's Willie Reed here at YouTube and Twitter. Um, I'm on all social media sites as Willie, so you can find me there. But yeah, I don't
Cool.
really post
Cool.
anything to my own YouTube, so I just comb everybody else's.
Cool. John's wondering what my mom's favorite color is. That is blue. Um, now, you are here on my channel, Cross Comics. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook under Cross Comics as well. You will find me on DeviantArt as Real Cross Comics, and you can go check out my webpage. All these links are in the description to make it nice and easy for you to find them. And in the next few minutes, I will be adding Willie's and Matt's links as well. We are off. So thank you very much for tuning in. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you get to subscribe, hit the notification. Check out mine on John's Patreon and share. Please share this and check out the rest of my content. Bye for now. God bless. See you tonight when I do my live stream of some DC character I will be drawing.
Cool. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Rick.
Bye, guys.